What is FX on App? For people who still don't know, let's do a quick recap of FX on Epic and how it came about.
Basically, it's like F&B FX on app and online. Ke mokgwa o bobebe wa to send money and receive money in foreign exchange. Jalo ka se tlhalositse o ka go platform ya rona digital banking. Re na le FX online, re na le FX on app.
If your money could speak and say something about you and how you manage it, what would that word be?
I think be mindful and consistently so. Yes.
Are you still frustrated with cross-border payments within the Common Monetary Area, which comprises of Eswatini, Lesotho, Namibia, and South Africa? If you are, this episode is for you, because in this conversation, we are going to unpack innovative solutions that make cross-border payments easy with FX on App from FNB Lesotho. Hello, fellow trailblazers. Welcome to another episode on My Money Adventures podcast. If you are new here, my name is Tukiso TK Ntebe, also known as the Finance Traveler, because I work hard for my money, I save it, I plan it so that I can catch flights and not feelings. If you're new to this podcast, on this podcast, we talk everything finance, well-being, and wealth creation. In studio today, I have two beautiful guests from FNB Lesotho who are also today's episode sponsor. And we're going to talk everything cross-border payments and how FX on App from FNB Lesotho has evolved, making it easy for you to transact with convenience. Beautiful lady, good morning and welcome to My Money Adventures podcast.
Thank you, TK.
How are you feeling? It's a beautiful Friday, 20th December.
It's festive season.
Festive season.
That's all I can say.
You know, we are busy talking payments and money, which is something I absolutely love.
True.
So for people who don't know you, who are you and what do you do within FNB Lesotho?
My name is Didion Duma. I look after payment section, the payment manager. Yes.
What does a payments manager do for people who are not familiar with the job spec?
I'll start with my day-to-day routine. Apart from emails, meetings, and obviously payment issues.
Sure.
Mainly, we implement payment solutions for our customers. That is FX is one. Yes.
If I was to look into your FNB bank account, what would your bank account say?
Clever.
Clever. Clever. Elaborate.
Clever in a sense that you do savings, you transact wisely, you use our card, which is convenient. You use our FX, which is quite convenient. That's it.
Perfect. I love that. So we did a video a few months ago with Mentabelen from FNB Retail, head of retail banking. What is FX on App? For people who still don't know, let's do a quick recap of FX on Epic and how it came about.
Basically, it's like FNB FX on app and online. Ke mokgwa o bobebe wa to send money and receive money in foreign exchange. Jalo ka se tlhalositse o ka go platform ya rona digital banking. Re na le FX online, re na le FX on app. Ke mokgwa o bobebe wa ho romela tjhelete from Lesotho to SA kapa ke TCIB countries. Ele hore all transactions that are done conveniently and safe and very fast.
And very easy.
Then very easy.
Very easy.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'll obviously plug the last video, FX on App, just as a recap for that, right? But I think today's conversation, I want to focus more on global receipts.
Okay.
Because I think people have become a bit more comfortable with global payments on FX on App, right? So global receipts, how is it going and what have been the learnings since September 2024?
Yes, I must admit that mohlomong the customers tsona were not beketlareng ba ne ba soka ba used to mokgwa ona wa ho receive tjhelete from our CMA countries. So it's since the EFT sunset, which is in September, we had to introduce mokgwa wa ho receive tjhelete hare that is global receipt. And mokgwa o no ko ona o leng hore the customer can only receive money ha fela under global receipt to receive that money. Ko hana e tla kena ka hare ho account ya hae. Initially, before the EFT sunset, tjhelete e ne e kena fela ka hare ho automatically. But now, with this change, with the CMA, with the introduction, with the EFT sunset, and then we were introduced to the global receipt, where you go onto your FNB online banking, FNB app, FNB online banking, you go to global receipt, and then you go to available payments, and then you proceed to receive that money, and immediately like in our account. Yes.
So a quick recap. Somebody sends me money into my FNB Lesotho account.
Yes.
Again, I have to go either on FX online, FX on app.
Yes.
Go to global receipts, and then accept the money for it to reflect into my funds. Okay, great. Recently, FNB has introduced what they call TCIB, right? I love acronyms because bankers love the acronyms, right? So for the ordinary trailblazer who watches and listens to this podcast, what is TCIB?
Like you're saying, it's an acronym. So TCIB, in short, it is transactions cleared on an immediate basis. That is key transactions and from FNB to FNB. It's maka mokgwa TCIB, which is really it requires one to receive money. So also in terms of sending, global payment. For one to use that rail, it's liability between FNB to FNB, the CMA countries in that is SA, Lesotho, Eswatini and Namibia. Yes.
So Tukiso is sitting in Lesotho, uses FNB Lesotho. If I'm sending Tukiso in SA who banks with FNB SA or FNB Eswatini, FNB Namibia, this is where the TCIB will come in.
Yes.
So these transactions are cleared
on an immediate basis.
Yes. What does that mean?
It means hang. It means hang.
Okay,
you
cool.
do a transaction now, and then kind of data appears on the recipient account
immediately. So what happens when it's from FNB to other banks? Is it still going through the foreign exchange process that we are used to following September?
Yes.
Okay. Cut-off times. Let's talk cut-off times. Previously, I used to be... I want to send money from my FNB Lesotho to my FNB SA, right? What are the cut-off times now with TCIB?
Immediately. There are no cut-off times, and it Yes.
How work at cut-off times? I used to be able to... I have to do it within the business hour.
15:30?
Yeah.
And then on Saturday from 8 to 12.
Sure.
But now...
So Sunday anytime. It happens.
Whenever and wherever.
Okay. Wow. Innovative. Easy. Convenient.
Easy.
And are there any limits?
Yes, we do have limits. Limit it's up to 25,000. Yes. Kamera 25,000 this it through a Forex.
So 25,000 and below. Yes. I can do those transactions, they reflect immediately.
Yes.
But 26,000 and above, then I have to wait for those cut-off times that are still in place.
And the turnaround times.
Turnaround times.
Yes.
So what would you want customers at FNB specifically to know about TCIB, from what we just said now, if you were to summarize it in short?
I think since the inception of TCIB, we have seen transactions that move very fast and without queuing and we have seen customer benefiting out of the TC in a sense that also it's quite affordable, I must say that, because it's 25 maluti per transaction.
You heard it first live on My Money Adventures podcast. At this point, we're going to take a quick break. And then after the break, we're going to talk to a second guest who's going to tell us about the experience with TCIB. Medina, thank you very, very much.
Thank you, TJ.
Any closing remarks before we go to the ad break?
It's festive season. Let's save. Let's transact wisely. And let's use FNB, FX online and FX on app.
Use FX online and FX on app because it is easy, seamless, and convenient.
Convenient.
Quick ad break and we'll be back shortly. As the finance bachelor, juggling a busy schedule can be exhausting. From shooting content, coaching clients, attending events, and staying in shape. When planning for a holiday, I'm always looking for secure, convenient, and easy solutions to make payments or receive money from countries like South Africa, Namibia, or Eswatini. With FX on app functionality from FNB Lesotho, it's easy. This is how. Download the FNB app, add the Forex tab, and log in. To make payments, use the Global Payments functionality. To receive money, use Global Receipts, log in, and confirm for the funds to reflect in your account. You can also check the daily Forex rates for currencies such as the US dollar, pound sterling, and euro, among many. After a hectic first half of the year, I can book my next vacation, pay for it seamlessly and conveniently with FX on app. FX on app, it's easy. Welcome to the second half of this conversation where we are talking innovative solutions and developments within FX on app from FNB Lesotho. But not just FX on app, FX online. So the second guest is here and she's going to tell us everything about the customer experience, right? So for people who do not know you, I know you, but the Trailblazers community does not know you. Tell us who you are.
Thank you, TK. My name is Tselano Khwanyane. I work for FNB Lesotho as Client Experience Manager.
Client Experience Manager.
Yes.
So what does that look like? Ha ke kwatile, do I call you? Ha ke halefile kapa ke thabile, do I call you? What's the customer Client Experience Manager's job?
It is that roller coaster. I hear from you when you're happy, and please, we like those compliments. And then I also get to hear when you're upset because now something is frustrating you. You're dealing with your money and you're trusting the bank with it.
Dealing with your money and you're trusting the bank with it.
Yes.
If I was to ask you as Tselan, how do you deal with your money?
Oh, the picture is colorful.
Colorful.
Yes, there are faces and there are times when we see we are mindful, conscious of everything, and then sometimes
if your money could speak and say something about you and how you manage it, what would that word be?
I think be mindful and consistently so. Yes.
Sure.
Just so at least, now, given that it's festive time, we'll be spending. Be mindful that January is still coming.
I know, what did FNB call it? Genuine lovely.
Genu
I was like,
lovely.
we are not wearing this genuine. Just this January, we're not wearing. We are genuine lovely. Hey.
Genuine lovely.
So from September 2024, there's been a roller coaster ride, and I'm sure your day-to-day has been hectic. Right? We moved from the sunset on EFTs to CMA payments with FX on app. What has been experienced since from a customer experience perspective?
It has been a huge change. Our customers are slowly getting used to the change. Now you have to transact and the recipient also has to do some actioning on their end. But I must say things are becoming stabler now.
Stabler.
Yes.
And earlier on before the ad break, right? And she mentioned TCIB. From your perspective, what is TCIB from a customer perspective and how has this improved the customer experience?
It has been an exciting improvement in that FNB Lesotho, through their partnership with Bank South Africa, introduced a way of making sure that now our customers, FNB Lesotho customers, can transact to CMA FNB customers smoothly and in a convenient way, in that now the transactions will be reflecting immediately. So at least with that enhancement, we are seeing lesser complaints from our FNB to FNB transactors. Yes.
And that reduction in customer clients' complaints, right? How has that uplifted your day-to-day job?
A lot has been eased on. We can now look at other improvements because in client experience, everything keeps changing. Customer expectations keep changing. If I make an example now, we are seeing under TCIB, amounts up to 25K reflect immediately, but the customer is going to expect to be able to transact more than 25K very soon. So we have to be thinking about
that.
Yes.
And from a customer experience, you've got clients who are individual retail clients, basabisang FX on app, and then you have business clients who use FX online, right? What has been the experience, Kapo? What has been the learnings with TCIB from that perspective, Kapo? What has been the impact both for retail clients and for business clients?
Convenience. I believe the life is easier now, given that the customers can transact anytime, as long as the amount is below or up to 25K.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
With Global Receipts conversation that I had with Medina earlier on, she mentioned that when I'm receiving money from FNB SA, for example, into my FNB Lesotho account, right, I need to do a few steps. What happens when that money does not reflect?
In a case where the money does not reflect, our customers, like the payment, the paying customer, like the one who did the outgoing payment, can communicate to the recipient to say, check on your global receipt. Mm-hmm. But in case they still struggle, we are available for support. That is where we are saying you can reach us on our contact center number, 222-41000. You can even send us a callback request. We'll call you back. You just dial the USSD *181 *622 41000.
Oh my God!
Hash.
I think let's repeat that again, and obviously we'll also plug it into the show notes below, but also reflected on the screen as well. But for people who are listening to the podcast version of this conversation, let's just repeat that again.
Okay, the contact center number is 222-41000. And then for call me back requests, that is where we are saying our customers can dial the *181 *622 41000 hash.
Wow. Closing remarks? Or what do you want to leave the customer, the FNB customer, firstly with this festive season, but also for people who do not bank with FNB Lesotho? What do you want to say to them?
I'll start with those one. I think it's time they join FNB. We are introducing exciting solutions for them to make sure that convenience, be able to bank, transact safely, easy, anywhere you are. So I would say join FNB Lesotho. And to our customers, I wish them a happy festive season. Enjoy responsibly. Be mindful of your spending this festive season.
Be mindful of your spending. And of course, if you're looking for real help, FNB is the bank of the changeables, and they are here to make it easy and convenient for you to transact and stay safe this festive season. This episode was proudly sponsored by FNB Lesotho. I will obviously link the website details and all the contact details below. Do not forget that this show is also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button. But most importantly, there are other videos where I had FNB on the podcast where we're unpacking everything FX on app that I'll also link in the show notes below, but also plug into the actual video. Do not forget to subscribe and share this with your family, your friends, and of course, other fellow trailblazers who are not part of this community yet. Until the next episode, love, peace, and money. Remember that money is an adventure. Let's enjoy that ride. We will see you in 2025. This episode, like I mentioned, was proudly sponsored by FNB Lesotho. If you're not banking with FNB Lesotho, maybe the time to switch is now. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.